Hi, I'm John, and this is my professional video blog. For this assignment, we were asked to watch several video presentations and to answer 2 questions. The first question asks, what did you notice about the skills of counseling? After watching the videos, I noticed several things. Well, first, I noticed that the therapist used very good eye contact throughout the session. I also noticed that they positioned their bodies in a way where they wasn't too close to the client or too far away, but they was positioned in a way where the client knew that the therapist was in tune to what they were saying. I also noticed that the therapist did a really good job of using encouragers and open, closed questions. For example, at the beginning of Kevin's session, the therapist asked him, "You seem distressed this morning. What was going on?" That gave Kevin the opportunity to elaborate more on his thoughts and feelings and continue with his story. I also noticed that the therapist did a really good job of listening attentively to the clients. They didn't ask too many questions or too little. They asked just the right amount of questions at the right time. I also noticed that the therapist did not focus on their agenda of what they thought the client's problem was, but more on understanding the client's perception of the problem and getting into the core meaning of the issue. So I thought that was really good. I also noticed that during the sessions, they used paraphrasing and basically just confirming what the client said. I noticed that the therapist did not parrot exactly or use word from word what the client said, but just gave like a miniature version of the client's story. So I thought that was really good. I also noticed that the therapist used reflective listening and try to get a better understanding of the client's feelings. So when they did that, that gave kind of a confirmation of what the client was feeling, and that also opened the door for the client to elaborate more on their thoughts and feelings. For example, in the video with Mark, with the lady, she acknowledged that she felt resentful that her brother did not feel the exact same way that she did, in the fact that she felt like she had to worry about everybody's happiness. So that was interesting. I also noticed that to do all this and get to kind of the core, it does take a while, and it takes some time to explore with the clients. And I think in the last video, Mark was able to get the gentleman to kind of actually acknowledge that he was trying to balance out his family and his social life. But the core, the root was that he had a strong value with his family. So I thought that was really interesting. Also, the second question focused on, are the sessions you watch similar to what you expect a counseling session to be? Why or why not? I would say yes. This is what I expect a counseling session to be like. I expect a counselor, to utilize these skills to get the client to open up and talk and not focus on their agenda, but more on the client's perception, and just try to help them get to the root or the core of the issue. However, I currently work in a substance abuse program, and many of the clients I work with don't come here all the time voluntarily. Sometimes they feel like they have to because of court or DSS. So it'll be interesting to see a client who was kind of resistant or who didn't want to actually receive the help. So I would like to see how they would have utilized these skills to get like a resistant client to kind of open up and talk. But overall, I mean, I think the therapist did a really good job.